Today is Monday, May 13th, and this is your forecast for the central United States, where we are going to once again see some severe weather. It's going to be centered around Louisiana, so eastern Texas, and even getting into portions of Mississippi could see some severe weather today. But it's not going to be a huge severe weather day. There will be some, but it's not like what we saw early last week and the days prior. So let's get right to the forecast. We'll start off in the why does that do that? Hi Lily. 3, 2, 1. Today is Monday, May 13th, and this is your forecast for the central United States, where once again, we are going to see some severe weather. Today's severe weather threat centered over Louisiana, so that'll extend west into eastern Texas and east into portions of Mississippi. I don't think it's going to be one of those massive severe weather days like we saw earlier last week. Let's start off by looking at the weather map, and this morning we have low pressure that is coming out of western Colorado and moving east into the Central Plains. So as the day goes on, the severe weather threat will develop here across the Deep South, basically along this warm front. Warm fronts are tricky because they do provide a lot of change in wind direction, which we call shear, and that does help, one, to get the thunderstorms going, but also helps those thunderstorms rotate. We have showery weather across the Midwest, mainly north of the Ohio River Valley, so that'll include Michigan, Illinois, and Indiana. And that is where we start our forecast. Showers around Grand Rapids, Detroit, and Chicago today. 80 and mainly dry in Cleveland this afternoon. 82 in Cincinnati, near 80 in Louisville. Again, Cincinnati to Louisville, you're kind of on the southern edge of some of those showers. Can't rule one out, but most of it's going to stay up to your north. 75 today in Memphis and 73 in Nashville. So there is a cold front coming through, and there's also going to be low pressure that develops in the middle of the country. So it's going to be kind of chilly and wet tomorrow and probably the first part of Wednesday. Then as that low pressure system moves away, the sunshine will return and our temperatures in the Midwest will begin to recover, climbing back into the upper 60s and low and mid 70s. So a chilly, wet day tomorrow in Chicago, probably into early Wednesday as well, and then we'll get those temperatures that at least get closer to 70 later in the week. In the southeast, it is definitely a cooler day. Temperatures in the upper 70s, some low 80s. We'll see a couple of showers around Atlanta later on today. That will likely come from the showers and storms that develop in the afternoon. So as we head toward the evening, I think that's when you see some of those showers working toward Atlanta. It is going to stay pretty warm in the southeast this week. Temperatures hovering around 80 in Charlotte, and I think much of the southeast will be warm, but not as hot as what we saw last week. Still hot though in South Florida, 87 degrees. It is going to be a breezy day, and I do not see any end to the heat in South Florida. Highs in the 90s for most of this week. That is your Monday morning forecast. I hope you all have a great start to your week. Remember that as long as you want there to be, there will always be a 100% chance of good things.